Hi everyone, this is Jeshik, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of 1.20.4 Hardcore Minecraft. In this series, I plan to transform a spruce village and really make it stand out in the world. Last episode, we did some treasure hunting and enchanting. Today, we really need to get working on some automation within the village in order to keep us running smoothly. I also have a suspicion that some trail ruins are nearby, so we're going to put on our archaeologist hat and get to work making discoveries. There's a lot in store today, so let's make it happen. Alrighty, we're here back in our enchantment area that we built in the last episode. So happy with how this thing turned out. I think it's going to be a really great addition to our village. Lots of exciting things happening today that I just kind of want to get right into it. So, of course, it would be raining at the start of the episode, which is incredibly sad. But I think a couple things that I want to get started with. I really need to get going with some villagers and some villager breeding and also getting some food. I've got some cows over here. I would love to get sort of an automated system set up. I definitely love automation in Minecraft. And so I think I'm going to work on a couple of little farms. The first one being an automatic cow farm. And then I'm going to work on an automatic villager breeder utilizing the farmers and sort of create two things in one, having a farm village and then getting some villagers set from that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the cow one first because that'll be a little easier to put together. And that'll just make it so that we have all the leather and the cooked beef that we will ever need for this whole series. All right, I think my plan is to move the cows back here. As you can hear, they make a lot of sound. And so I think having them a little further back from my house would be nice. And it's sort of out of the way. I would like for this area to sort of be like the very visible part of our village. And I feel like putting them back here sort of keeps them out of the way a little bit. So I'm going to clear some trees and then we will get working on the build. What a beautiful view from up at the top of this tree. All right, I got all the trees cleared, just waiting for the leaves to decay. I have all of my materials as well for our little cow automation farm. So let's get into it. All right, I had to stop the cow build quick because I need a little bit of quartz to make some observers, and my only means to do that right now is to go into the Nether and hope that we spawn in an okay position that is not deadly and also has some quartz nearby. So let's light it up and let's go in and hope that nothing bad happens. Let's get our shield on. And here we go. Please let it be good. Please let it be good. Please let it be good. Okay. Well, not ideal. Of course, there's no quartz around in this sort of biome. But I'm going to explore a little bit and see if I can find some quartz, maybe a little further away from our portal. So I will be right back. All right, I just climbed up. My portal is right over here. Climbed up. I see that we've got a little bit of netherrack here, and I see a little quartz. So I'm going to go up and grab this and maybe get a few extra pieces just in case if I feel safe enough to get us through a couple of extra observers. Oh my gosh. We literally spawned right next to a bastion. Oh my gosh, I see the baddies in there. I am going to need so much more armor and tools and better weapons in order to take that on. Okay, we're walking out with 27 pieces of quartz, which is great. Now I just need to go get a little bit more redstone so that I can make some of these observers. Here we go. Down into my mine area we go. Great, we found some already. Oh, I forgot the last time we were down here, we found some diamonds. I'm going to go ahead and leave those there for now in the hopes that maybe soon we can maybe get a fortune enchantment on our diamond pickaxe back at home and get more than 2 diamonds out of this vein. Awesome, just a little more redstone. All right, I think that's enough redstone. Let's make these observers and get back to the build. All right, the cow farm is complete. The backside sort of looks a little ugly because it's all exposed, but we'll work on covering that up sometime soon. I wanted to show you how it works though. We climb up this ladder here, get to the top where there's some slabs so that monsters don't spawn. And then we breed the cows. And as they have babies, the babies will actually drop through the iron chain. Let's drop down and see. They'll drop through the iron chains, and then when they grow up, I'll add a button right here that we can press and drop the lava, and then all of their loot comes into the chest. Not the lava bucket, but their meat and their leather, which will be great. So eventually this will be built up enough so we've got a ton of cooked beef and a ton of leather, which will be awesome. All right, next thing on the agenda is to work on that villager breeder that sort of doubles as a farmer villager's home, which is really cool. So I'm going to go over and check out what we've got for the villager already over there and see how we can make some improvements. All right, so I think I am going to go ahead and just build the breeder in the little farm part where the farm already exists. So we'll be able to use a lot of this. It's going to take a little bit of time for the plants to grow. I think I'm going to use carrots for the farm itself so that way I don't have to regulate. I could use potatoes as well. I've got a few more potatoes, but I don't want to use wheat because you have to regulate the bread, and that's not something I want to do. I want it to be fully automatic. So we're going to work on clearing this out and getting set up for our build. All right, after thinking about it a little more, I don't think that area is the best location because I kind of want the breeder and the trading hall that I plan to make and the iron farm that I plan to make a little further away from the village just for rate purposes. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and clear some space again behind the cow area, just a little further back. And I want to have all 3 of these structures close by so that way, especially getting villagers to the trading hall, it's not so daunting. So I'm going to pick a spot back here and get to work. All right, I'm busy working on the villager breeder slash farm over in that direction. But I'm at the point now where I need to try to get at least 2 villagers over there. So I'm sure that a bunch of shenanigans will ensue trying to get them to come over. Okay, I'm gonna get this villager, this cartographer. I know he wants to be a cartographer, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab him, and he will be the first person that we take along this journey of building the breeder. So in the boat. Thank you for getting in the boat so kindly. Oh no, I hit him. I didn't mean to hit him. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're my best friend and I hit you. Please don't turn away from me. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. Okay, I had to make a bunch of rails anyways for the um to for the breeder to work and move the villagers around. So I went ahead and just made a rail and or made a couple rails and some mine carts, and then I'm gonna try to get him in this. Cool, 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 cool. We did that. And then I'm just gonna use the rail system to sort of get him up into where we need him. All right, we finally got one of the villagers in. Let's work on getting a second one and getting this farm up and running. All right, the villager breeder is done. We just gotta wait for the potatoes to grow up enough so that they can fill up their whole farm area. But I wanted to show you how it works and also kind of test for myself because I haven't done that yet. So the two villagers inside, once they get enough potatoes in the farm and they are trading with each other, they'll come over here and they will try to sleep in those beds. They will then create some babies who will go this way towards the trapdoors and fall into a little hole that's got some water that pushes them through. And then when I'm ready for any villagers to move, just make sure that I've got some mine carts in here. I will press this button, which will cause a minecart to shoot out and pick up a villager, and then it can go wherever I want it to go. So it's a pretty handy system. I think it will serve our purposes really well. I've used this previously in some other um, playthroughs. This design specifically is by a creator named Vaula or Vaula. So thank you to them for creating this awesome breeder system, and I can't wait to utilize it. We are going to have to spawn proof this little area. This is fine with the glass, but this will need to be spawn proofed. So I'll probably put some slabs or something up here so that nothing can spawn here and get through. But I think I recently discovered close to our base some trail ruins, and that's something new for 1.20 that I've not really delved into yet. So I want to go check them out and see what we can find when we explore. So I think it's time for us to become archaeologists. Let's go. All right, we're back. The trail that I think I found is actually over by the first village that we spotted um, in the water, which was interesting. There were some blocks that didn't appear to belong to the village or the biome, and so I want to go check that out. But first, I think I'm supposed to have a brush in order to sort of dig at um, the suspicious gravel to get the treasures that it holds. So I need to smelt just a little bit of copper. I've got six already. Got a feather, and let's see if we can make the brush. Awesome! We have a brush. Oh, and I right click in order to get it to work. Awesome. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and make our way over to that other village and see if we can find where the trail ruins are at. And there it is. The other village is right there. And what I believe to be a trail ruin area is right here. Those blocks definitely don't belong in this biome. So we're going to swim over and check it out. Making our way over to the ruin. Yes. So those blocks are definitely part of the ruin monument here, which means we have definitely found some trail ruins. I'm nervous though about finding the suspicious gravel. I don't want to accidentally uh, dig up something that might have treasure in it. So I hope that I'm able to be successful locating which ones are suspicious and which ones aren't. Okay, none of these upper ones seem to be suspicious, so I want to go ahead and dig these out to try to make our way down into the main structure. Oh, I found one. What do we get? We got some blue dye. Awesome. Navigating through this water is going to be kind of tricky. Hopefully I'll be able to block off this area a bit so that I can like adequately dig into the water. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back and get some more cobble and do a tiny little bit of draining in this area. Okay, I went back to my house. I wanted to get a bunch of cobble to sort of create a perimeter around this area. So I'm going to do that to see if I can get some of this water taken out. So don't mind me just filling up the lake here. I'm going to work around the gravel because I think that's where the most important stuff is. So as soon as I get this wall put in and the lake area drained, I'll be right back. Okay, we're on our last little section of breaking cobblestone. I do not want to talk about how long that took me. It took me way longer than it needed to in order to drain this lake area because I didn't have any sponges. I had to just use blocks. So it took me a really long time and a couple of pickaxes and a lot of stone. But we got it taken care of. I'm going to get this last little bit of stone taken out, and then we are just going to sort of go ham on trying to find some artifacts and digging out the structure. Awesome. We have our first piece of treasure here after the takedown of this stuff. We got a gold nugget. I'm glad we're able to get all this clay too, because I'm sure that I'll need it eventually in some of my builds. And I use a lot of flower pots, so the bricks will be super important. Darn it. My shovel broke already. I need to go back to the house and get some more iron and make another shovel. All right, just got back from the base. I made approximately 6 shovels. Hopefully that's enough to cover all of the stuff that we need to get rid of here in this structure. So we are going to do a little bit of a time lapse here to see if we can get further down a lot faster. Let's hope we find some great treasure. I am so silly. I didn't realize that the sand could also be suspicious sand. So I've just been digging up the sand. Ah! I am so mad at myself, and hopefully I didn't miss too many treasure pieces. I'll keep that in mind as I keep going forward. I gotta look out for the suspicious gravel and the suspicious sand. Oh my goodness, guys, we found, I think this is some armor trim, right? Let me see if I can grab it. I want to try to keep all the treasures that I've got so far. Get rid of that. The wheat I needed to pick up. Get rid of this dirt. Get rid of the andesite. Get rid of that dirt. Yes, we found a smithing template for the razor armor trim. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, the trim was right here, and I think this might be our first pottery shard. It is the heart pottery shard. And we got the achievement respecting the remnants. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, I have combed through every corner of this ruin area. I've spent hours and hours and hours going through all of the gravel and the sand and the dirt, making sure I was getting as much loot as possible. This was like the most fun I've had in Minecraft in so long. What a great addition to the game. I think it just created a lot of mystery. And if you're an explorer type of player, this is a really great way to sort of uh, go after those exploration jobs that you've been searching for and looking for. So uh, let's look first at the structure. It's just so cool. I had to build more walls through because there was more water as I got down lower. But these structures look so nice. They all have, some of them have some workbenches in them. So we've got that one. Here's like this main road, main path. This sort of leads up to a cartography table, which is cool. The path leads into this area. Even now, like this one, I think is yeah, this one is an extra one. I thought I got them all. So yeah, these all come around this way. It looks so cool in here. I am super curious about what the lore for all of this is. What kind of villagers lived in these places. So I also wanted to, before I was finished with this episode, show you all of the stuff that we got, because we got so many pieces of treasure. We got the Wayfinder armor trim. We got 2 razor armor trims, 3 host, 1 shaper armor trim. We got pottery shards, lots of dyes and candles, some hanging signs, some glass panes, lots of really cool stuff. And with that, this is the end of episode 3. I had a blast working on the village, setting up some automated farms, and getting to explore this awesome trail ruins. I think it was so much fun. I really enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed yourself as well. As always, if you like the content, make sure you like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you later.